I hope you're having a beautiful, fantastic day. I hope you're being productive and kind, optimistic. Lately, it seems like I've been seeing these birds just doing weird things. Like this bird was flying so close to me. On Valentine's Day, I don't know why, but instead of experiencing any sort of feelings of romantic love, I was full of concern I just really wanted to see justice. And so I watched some inmates in jail give their story about why they were in jail and the self-realization that takes place in jail, and the remorse, and talk about just, and some of them didn't have remorse. Some of them had remorse, but they didn't show it because that's such a vulnerable, it's such a deep grief to do something wrong that you just can't take back, and that affects other people, and something that doesn't even really fit with your character, or maybe it did fit your character at some point, and then it's just a completely different response from what you would have at a later point in your time in life, and you look back and you're like, who did that? And it's just, remorse is such a complicated emotion. And then I watched some kids in jail, the minors, and I couldn't watch them because they were so young, and I mean, that was that. And then I tried to just look past the age, but I couldn't, because there was a distinct correlation between their age and them not grasping the reality. It was like they didn't, the young minors didn't have remorse, and I believe it was because the reality of what they actually did and the lasting impact wasn't there. It wasn't there. And they're so young, like their concept of life isn't developed, so their remorse is not developed. And anyway, I couldn't watch the minors. And I wanted to do something small, but something meaningful. And I wanted to, I was looking at my circumstances, what I had available to me, and I was like, well, I got lots of books. Why don't I send some books to people in jail? And that is when I started looking on how to get books to incarcerated individuals. I don't know anybody in jail, and part of that is by choice. I don't engage with people that are incarcerated. I just don't think about it. So I don't know any names. I don't know any inmate numbers. I don't know any facilities. I don't know specific people in jail. When you send a package to a jail, you have to know their name, their inmate number, whatever. So that was my first obstacle. My second obstacle was that they only accept brand new books direct from the manufacturer. No, wait a minute. Direct from the publisher or bookstores that have some sort of contract with the jail, some sort of whatever is the program. It has to be direct from the bookstore or direct from the publisher. And they're only going to be selling the full price books. Books these days are $30 a pop. I wanted to send multiple books to multiple inmates. I have yet to send any books to prison yet. And the reason why I'm thinking about my Valentine's Day adventure, listening to the inmates that are incarcerated, for some reason, the Harris County, this Texas jail project has come up on my feed, and I'm provoked. I am provoked. The icon that they have is a pale blue, and it's got a little crow just sitting on one of the bars. And the symbolism, they have ruffled my feathers. It's a jailbird. Listening to just one video is just the inhumane treatment. When you go to jail, you don't stop being human. To treat somebody like they are not human, without any dignity, we are not perfect, and there is no dignity, there is no justice in dehumanizing anybody. That's not where justice is. Justice is in giving people resources to recover, to break the cycle, to heal, to grow. And this Texas jail project, this is significant because we have a for-profit prison system here in America. These jails are privately owned and operated, and they make money off of people being in jail. There is an economic gain from having inmates. That means and it's just everything about it, from them getting what they need to communicating with their families, is monetized in the system's favor, and it is convoluted. It is a convoluted system. You can only call a certain way, and I don't even think some jails you can go, but you can't even see the person that you are going to visit. You have to just pick up a phone and talk to them, and you just know that they're on the other side of that wall. So you go all that distance and you can't even see them. You cannot even lay your eyes on them. And people, they forget. They're like, oh, well, they're, they committed this crime or that crime. Some crimes are, every crime is bad. Every person has their flaws. But there are crimes. So I thought, this was a while ago, a long time ago. I thought, when I make a YouTube channel, I can just make a channel talking about makeup and what I think about makeup. I wear a lot of makeup. I have bought a lot of makeup. It's just a natural integration of what I'm already doing. And then I just really thought that's really the makeup, all these different makeup companies are they're all corrupted, okay? Yeah, I said it. They're corrupted. And yes, I do still wear makeup. I've been looking for companies that are not corrupted, and every single time I think I have found a company that is not corrupted, and I've been using I was like, okay, this is a good product, keep using it for a few months, this is a good product, and then, I don't know, month 5 or whatever, there goes the scandal. There goes the scandal. And I have even stopped wearing as much makeup, but the scandals are consistent. Out of the very few products that I have purchased in the past 2 years, each one of those products, except for one, has been associated with a scandal. And the one that is not associated with a scandal, the scent that they have decided to give this product is borderline offensive. It's really a scent that a lot of people would frown at, and that aspect of the product taints the experience, and it's some people would consider it a scandalous scent because of anyway. So, and then the products that don't have a recent scandal are so immersed in previous scandals and really haven't done much to, clear their name. And these companies, they are so profitable. The more profitable they are, the more scandal they have been involved in. And I could name so many off the top of my head, but I don't want to. And I wanted to have a channel that was focused on only positive. So I have deliberately been trying to focus on only positive makeup brands and companies. And even with that deliberate attempt, I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah. I mean, I would name some names that I think have only been involved in positive things, but as soon as I say some names, it's going to be a scandal that comes out tomorrow. And so what does all this have to do with jail? the brands, when I look into them, aside from like just the superficial scandals, like just ridiculousness, on a social level, they don't give back to women or anybody, really. These brands are making so much money off of our insecurities. And I know not everybody that wears makeup is insecure. Like sometimes you just want to enhance things, but sometimes these brands, they try to really trigger and pull out insecurities that didn't even exist. And then they try to profit. And they do a really good job of what they do. They bring in the money, but I hardly hear any brands giving back. And if they do, it's like one day a year, like this specific lipstick, this specific color, or 1% profit, or yeah, it's nonsense considering the numbers. It's just not making, the makeup is not making up anything beautiful, anything lasting, anything meaningful. The makeup is what is it? It's making down. It's making down how we perceive each other. The beauty community is the complete opposite of what it claims to be. It's ugly. It's ugly. Deep down underneath it all, it's ugly. So that is why this is not, and it never will be, a makeup channel. And it would be a lot easier because I've looked at my analytics. I know, and considering that I do voiceovers, my makeup, the makeup does better than a lot. And it's almost like an easy grab. And it's cheating myself, and it's cheating what I have to offer other people and what other people deserve, because a makeup video that is only about makeup comes a dime a dozen, and there's nothing to really take away aside from technique. And once you've built your technique enough, once you know how to whatever, if there has to be something more. The profit margin for makeup is so big in the amount of makeup that is purchased. The makeup industry is huge, and it's reason why Dyson and what is that other company? These companies that used to make like vacuum cleaners are dipping into the makeup community because it's so lucrative. It's like you can keep selling people different versions of the same product, and people will spend a lot of money to fit a certain physical appearance. And so many things are correlated with our physical appearances, such as guilt and innocence, like that saying, they look so guilty. And it's just, and makeup is such a personal thing, because for some of us, that is what we can do without, like, well, with most of our free will. Like, I can wake up and say, I'm gonna wear this red lipstick today. I can wear this red lipstick for as long as I want, whatever. I'm gonna wear red. And that free will to decide. The reason why, for real, okay, this is why the beauty community took off. in my eyes. Okay? You used to go to these drugstores and you would buy something because you thought that what was on that package, you thought that product did what they said on that package, and then you get it home and it didn't do what it said it did. And you're like, man, if there was just a way that I knew what this did without spending my money, because now I can't take it back because they put it in this stupid plastic wrapper and it's so awkward taking it back and all that. And so you looked at the reviews online and you thought this person is telling the truth because they spent their money on this product and they're going to tell me the truth because they're not getting paid. This is way back when. This is way back before there were commercials on YouTube. They slowly started filtering in those commercials. I remember because I was like, what is happening? And then they became more and more frequent. And here we are today. And now the commercial is the actual video in most cases. And people are paid by these products, all these different companies. And so that honesty that we thought we were getting, no. That's for sale. And it's so funny because it was such a great concept of people being able to review and like the companies not being involved in what we tell each other, and for that review to have such a profound impact. But they intercepted that, corrupted it, and then sold it back to us. The internet is such a powerful tool, and the fact that the makeup community has been nicknamed the beauty community, and it's the complete opposite, because what positive social change, that's what's beautiful, social change, and what have they done with it? When I was younger, I mean, I still have these dreams, but they're not as shallow. When I was younger, I used to have these dreams that I was rich, that I was so rich, and I couldn't believe how rich I was. And in the dream, I thought that it wasn't gonna last. I don't know, for whatever reason. And it was like a lucid dream, and I wanted to take the objects with me. I wanted to hold on to the objects in some kind of way, wake up with whatever it was. And the dreams would always seem just so vivid and just so real and all that jazz. And I still have dreams kind of like that, but not as materialistic and shallow as before. But those dreams are so interesting because it's just a reminder that is reality. You might have all whatever, and there is comedy in like trying to take it with you, like the dreams. Like it's funny in my dream that I'm trying to take this stuff with me because it's just, you can't. I mean, it's just irony for me. You might have tangible objects in this life: cars, houses, planes, private jets, whatever, handbags. You might have all these objects, what they are. That's what they are. But in this life, you can't take none of that with you. You can't take it. Like, it's just stuff. And those shallow dreams that I have about stuff, they serve a purpose. They are a reminder that the stuff, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, they can make things easier, but they are not the meaning. They are not the point. They are not everything. It's just stuff. At the end of the day, it's stuff.